So Jeffree Star finally speaks out about this entire situation and says something happened between James and his boyfriend Nathan.
I was very hot-headed. I had seen a lot of disturbing things behind the scenes, my man, and Nathan was really grossed out by a lot of behavior that he saw. He took a trip with me and James and it went really bad. Doesn't mean that I don't care about someone. And I want to get a little deep for a second, because guess what? This person right here, has had a history of horrible, dumb mistakes. And I want to get a little deep for a second, because guess what? This person right here, has had a history of horrible, dumb mistakes.
Hey guys, it's Morali. Hope you guys are doing well today on this particular afternoon, evening, night, wherever the hell you are. Jeffree Star now speaks out about this entire scandalous situation and about these tweets that he put out and about James and about what happens with James and Nathan. He decides to reveal it all in a long kind of collection of Snapchats that he put up on his story. And I feel like this was a good move to make, simply because once you make those disasterly tweets and about saying that somebody is a danger to society, then your own stuff gets put out as well. You need to say something to bring some form of clarification. Now, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, click that button for daily consistent content, and follow me on my Instagram, Morali. I'd massively appreciate it as well. Now, obviously, this whole James Charles situation has just been absolutely disgusting. So I'm just going to get straight into this particular Snapchat video that he has released, where he instantly talks about how he regrets putting out those tweets.
All week I've been getting a lot of questions about a tweet that I sent out. Now, after my friend Tati Westbrook uploaded her video about James Charles, a lot of people had opinions. A lot of people that had been feeling some type of way for a while were finally starting to speak out and say things, and I sent out a very big tweet that caused a lot of reactions. You guys deserve an answer, and I want to touch on a few things. Now, I stand by everything I said. I want to start off by saying that. But I do regret, and I don't say that often, but I do regret sending out that tweet. Things on my end could have been handled behind closed doors, 100%.
This isn't something that he normally does. Jeffree Star doesn't normally regret putting out stuff or content or tweets. He says that he regrets putting out those particular tweets against James Charles because he was hot-headed at the time, which I feel like we could already gather from somebody that he already is hot-headed, and it's never really clever to think with your emotions, rather it should be emotion and logic. And we have him regretting that entire situation, says that he shouldn't be involved with it, and he also admits to deleting his tweets. He says that, listen, whenever a situation arises that I want to get involved in, maybe I shouldn't or I should get involved in, people like to bring up my bad past and what's going on and everything, but I feel like with this situation, people brought it up because you're being a hypocrite. If you weren't calling somebody to be a danger to society, I don't think people would be bringing out your past.
And things were never the same after that, and I am in love with my man. Me and Nathan, we are like this, and I will always respect his opinions. So me and James started to get distant and things got really weird, but that doesn't mean I don't love and care about someone. Because I said one sentence does not erase the history we have. It doesn't mean that I don't care about someone. And I want to get a little deep for a second, because guess what? This person right here, has had a history of horrible, dumb mistakes.
The past was brought out to remind you of the hypocrisy of your intentions, the hypocrisy of your aims, and the hypocrisy of what you were saying. To say this person is a danger to society because he has a fetish for straight men, when the tweets show that you were just as worse, if not worse, at the age of 19. People have expressed online that, Jeffree Star has changed from his ways, but that's probably because we've given him time to do so, and we haven't given James Charles time to do so at all, because it's a completely different time. And I feel like the reason why Jeffree Star really hasn't been cancelled and James Charles has, simply because of one reason, that is error dependency. Error dependency plays a massive factor. If Jeffree Star was on the come up at this particular time and that was all coming out, he would be cancelled in seconds.
So there is no way that I'm saying, James, bye. No, that's not it. He needs to learn, he needs to grow, and he needs better people around him, because the circle that's there, they're all yes men and they're not helping him. I think that everyone deserves second chances. Of course, he needs to grow. There's no, well, he should. No, bitch, he needs to grow. and he will learn from this experience 100%.
All his subscribers would also drop if somebody called him out. So the fact that he's, regretted those tweets, I'm glad that he's done that. He's also admitted to saying that, listen, if my reasons of my past are always going to be brought up, I'm going to just delete my tweets. I'm kind of glad that he admits to that.
Me, I've learned from all my past mistakes, and I continue to apologize for dumb, horrible shit that I said a long time ago. I will apologize for those things, really, until the day I die. Just me letting you guys know my thoughts. There's no ill will. I know James is very angry. I fully get it. I just want to say that I hope he takes some time off and actually mentally heals and just gets in a better place.
It's refreshing, it's different, and he also kind of, feels sorry for the situation and admits that James Charles is going through a hard time. Very similar to what Tati Westbrook said in her particular new video, and perhaps those two had some communication, some kind of, information was exchanged between them two, and perhaps Tati gave us some advice of what to say, who knows? But I'm kind of glad that he acknowledges that James Charles is going through a rough patch, because this helps to alleviate any form of stress upon him. And the reason why everybody's now on the team of alleviating his stress is because there's only so much somebody can take when they're 19. I feel like way too much has happened now. Too much people are jumping on the bandwagon. Ease up, because it can affect somebody's mental health, irrespective of how annoying they come across. So I'm kind of glad he's done that. And then he also gave us a bit of an insight into the relationship between Nathan and James, and the fact that something went on between them two, and they therefore, because they went a bit distant, Jeffree and James went a bit different. So what happened between Nathan and James, we don't really know. He doesn't really tell us exactly, but he does reflect that something happened between them two. Perhaps James was being a bit forward with Nathan, but I kind of doubt he'd do that if Nathan is in a relationship with Jeffree, because then Jeffree would totally cut off James and expose him. So it probably isn't that. Maybe it's something else. We just don't know.
Do not compare my situation to anyone else's ever, okay? I am in a long-term, amazing relationship with Nathan, and a lot of people may not understand that, but don't compare my situation to someone else's ever. I've talked about my past. I've talked about my sexuality at length, and a lot of people may forget that. Rewind. There is a very big video on my channel called The Truth About My Relationship.
But at the same time, what this video does inform us, this particular Snapchat collection, is that he regrets his tweets. He kind of acknowledges that James Charles is going through a hard time. He admits to deleting his old tweets, and he talks about how his past keeps getting brought up, even though he has also expressed that he's made several videos in the past to address his past. So that in itself was also, I'm glad you kind of made that point, because some people may be confused as to, has he ever mentioned this stuff? Has he ever expressed it? He's made his own videos. He does come across as somebody who's a bit more calm and collective here. I feel like he's gathered his emotions, he's gathered his logic, and he's making a bit more of a professional, formal outlook and a more easy, direct pathway in terms of what he's saying. He isn't screaming or shouting or seeming to be hot-headed as he was from those tweets that he put out. So really and truly, this was definitely an interesting insight into what Jeffree said. Do let me know what you guys think about this particular video. I would massively appreciate it. Subscribe to my channel, click that button, and do comment down below. I want to hear all your comments on this particular conversation. I want to open a discussion. I like reading everything that you're saying, and definitely follow me on my Instagram, Morali, if you guys want to. Do you guys agree with what Jeffree Star is saying? Are you guys for it, or are you guys against it? Do you feel like he's doing way too much, or do you feel like this was needed? I feel like he's also doing a form of damage control, because everybody's also bringing up his own receipts and he wants to just clarify it. And I feel like when he clarifies something, he really is brutal, and he really is reflecting the harsh truth of whatever he was his bad past.
If anyone wants to try me, go replay that, please. Thank you. And also, when me and Shane filmed our first series last summer, we dove fully into that stuff. And even James was in the room for some of it on cameras. There's a lot of tweets being deleted. Girl, if people try to re-drag up shit about you every 6 months, you'd want them deleted too. There's already screenshots. I'm not hiding anything. I'm just tired of hearing about that subject. Try to spin a narrative. Not today, baby. Listen, I never knew that I was going to find my soulmate and the person that I was going to fall in love with, ever. I spent a lot of my time in the whole 20s single, alone, and just very, dark times.
And that can be seen as refreshing, because a lot of people like to sugarcoat stuff. So I feel like this video was quite good, and hopefully it sticks like this, perhaps, because I feel like his tweets about James being a danger to society were just ridiculously stupid, and he's like, don't ever come for my relationship with Nathan. He was with ladies only before, now he's only with me, and you can't really compare that. He does get a bit sassy, but when do we never get any sassiness from Jeffree Star? That normally comes with the package. But I am keen to know what you guys think about this Snapchat story that he has now revealed about the situation. And hopefully we can put this matter to bed now, because I feel like everybody's just getting tired of it, and the beauty community channels are non-stop talking about it. So hats off to those guys for their consistency, because they like literally are on the ball within seconds, as if they're waiting for new stuff and they're anticipating it. So that in itself is just amazing to see their hard work over in the US. But do let me know what you guys think, and I'll definitely catch you guys soon.